They left the high Andes hunting for a city of gold and instead drifted into the world's greatest river. What they saw along the way reshaped maps and fed a legend. Women warriors who fought like the Amazons of old. This is the story of Francisco de Orellana, his river, and the line between history and myth. In 1541, Spanish imperial ambitions sent men deep into the interior of South America. Gonzalo Pizarro led a massive expedition east from Quito, driven by rumors of El Dorado, the lost city of gold. The march was brutal. They trudged through rain-soaked jungles and over treacherous mountains. Supplies ran out, men starved, horses died. The mission, once filled with hope and greed, was teetering on the brink of complete collapse. Desperate to find a way out, Pizarro made a fateful decision. He ordered his second-in-command, Francisco de Orellana, to take a small party of about 60 men and travel downstream. That mission was simple: build a boat, find food, and return quickly. It was meant to be a short scouting run, a temporary detour to save the main expedition. But the river had other plans. Once Orellana and his men launched their makeshift brigantine named the San Pedro, they were caught in the powerful current. The river swept them along, pulling them farther and farther away from Pizarro's starving camp. Rowing back against the relentless flow was impossible. They had no choice but to surrender to the journey, wherever it might lead them. For months, the small band of explorers drifted through an endless green labyrinth. The river was their highway and their prison. Hunger was a constant companion, and the jungle's diseases took their toll. According to the expedition's chronicles, their journey was marked by a series of tense encounters with the peoples who called this river home. Some were welcoming, offering food and guidance. Others were hostile, meeting the strange invaders with showers of arrows. The Spaniards traded, they raided, and sometimes they fought for their very survival. They were no longer conquistadors seeking treasure. They were survivors, completely at the mercy of the immense, unknown wilderness. It was during one of these violent clashes that the most famous part of their story was written. As the chronicler of the expedition, Gaspar de Carvajal, reported, they were attacked by a group of fierce warriors who fought with incredible skill and courage. What astonished the Spaniards was that, according to their account, these fighters were women, tall, strong, and leading the men into battle. They reminded the explorers of the Amazons, the mythical female warriors from ancient Greek legends. It is this single, dramatic rapport that gave the river the name we use today, the Amazon, but historians have debated this account for centuries. Were they truly an all-female fighting force? Or were they men with long hair, mistaken for women in the chaos of battle? Perhaps they were a mixed gender group, or women fighting alongside men to defend their homes. A common practice in many indigenous cultures that the Europeans simply missed. The truth remains shrouded in the mists of time and the biases of the men who told the tale. After more than 7 months and thousands of miles, Orellana's exhausted party finally saw it: the vast, open expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The river's journey was over. They had survived. They repaired their boats and sailed north, eventually reaching Spanish settlements. Their story was incredible. They brought back not gold, but knowledge of a river system so immense it dwarfed anything known in Europe. Maps were redrawn. The world suddenly seemed much larger. Orellana's voyage made him famous, but also controversial. He was accused of deserting Gonzalo Pizarro. Though he was later cleared of all charges, his legacy is complicated. He was a survivor, an explorer who completed one of the most remarkable journeys in history. Yet his account is filtered through the lens of a 16th century European filled with its own myths and misunderstandings. The name Amazon stuck, forever linking the world's greatest river to a legend that blurs the line between what was seen and what was imagined. Modern scholarship, informed by anthropology and the oral traditions of indigenous peoples, adds another layer to this story. Many Amazonian societies have historically had more flexible gender roles than the Europeans could comprehend. Women warriors existed, but their role and significance were often sensationalized or twisted by outside observers. To truly understand this history, we have to read Orellana's account critically and listen to the voices of the Amazon's own people. So, a desperate search for gold led to one of history's greatest voyages of discovery. It put a colossal river on the map and gave it a name born from a blend of observation, hardship, and myth. What do you think? Was Orellana's encounter with female warriors a historical fact, a simple misinterpretation, or a legend created by exhausted men in a strange new world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the past.